Many times in our course, there's times where we'd like to hide something from the visibility of our students, but still have it remain and be available for us as an instructor in our virtual Loudoun course. There are a number of different ways that you can go about doing this. I'll show you a couple of them. I'll start out with the easiest one and then work my way from there. So the first thing you're going to want to do is navigate to your virtual Loudoun course where you have instructor rights. And let's say, for example, I scroll down and I want to hide, let's say topic 2, effective online instruction. I want to hide all of this section right here from my students. The way that I go about doing that, the easiest way is just to hide it. So the first thing I'm going to want to do is turn editing on in my course. Once editing's turned on, you'll notice that these edit buttons show up on all different activities that I can change. And so I wanted to hide topic 2, effective online instruction. To hide it, all I need to do is simply click on that edit button and it'll load a drop-down menu. And if you scroll down, the third item that is there is hide. If I select that, it actually has hidden that. You'll notice that the icon is a little bit grayed out when compared to some of these other icons. And the way that I can test that to see if this is actually working as a student in my courses, I can actually emulate the student role within my course. The way that I do that is I find my administration block. For most of us, that's listed over here in the menu button. And I'm going to scroll down in the administration block, and you'll say it says switch role to, which is at the bottom of the screen. There you'll click on that menu, it'll load another drop down, and you'll see switch role to student. So I can click on student right here, and now this is what my course would look like as if I was enrolled as a student in the course. And if I scroll down, you'll notice that topic 1's right there, but topic 2 is not there. That's because topic 2 is hidden, and the only users able to see that are instructors within the course. So let me navigate back to my traditional role. All I need to do is click on the menu button, go to the administration block, and go to return to my normal role. Once I do that, you'll see that it comes back and I can see topic 2, effective online instruction. If I'd like to show that item back to the students, what I need to do is click turn editing on and then click on the edit drop down button and click on show. You'll see it has an eyeball right there with a line slash through it, meaning that currently it is hidden. If I click on this, I'm going to toggle it to show. You'll also notice that this icon right here will change a color. So I have now turn this icon back on so that it is available and showing to all of my students in my course. Another way to hide things is based on groups, or even you can use specific profile fields. So let's say, for example, you want to hide this object from anybody with a last name of Smith in your course. You could do that. The way that you'd go about doing that is simply clicking on edit again, but this time you're going to click on edit settings. Once that window loads, what I always like to do is click on the expand all button, but you certainly don't have to do that. You're going to scroll down and you're going to see a section called restrict access. If I click on the restrict access, a little drop down shows up and it says, okay, you can access restrictions. How do you want to go about doing it? We want to add a restriction. So I'm going to click on add a restriction, and there's a number of different things that I can do. I can set it up so that a student has to do A and B before I give them this thing, and that would be under activity completion, meaning that they have to do something else prior to having this. But let's say, for example, I wanted to set it up so only users without the name Smith were able to see this. I could click right here on user profile, and it loads a new window, and it says this is equal to, so I'm going to click choose. I'm going to say, you know what, their last name is equal to, and then I just type in Smith. And then I hit add restriction. Okay. Now I'm going to say save and return to course. Now it will look no different to you or any of the other students in the course, but what it will do is you can see right here, it says not available unless your last name is Smith. All right. And the way that you can go about toggling that back and forth is if you go back to the edit settings and you scroll down to restrict access. So let's say, for example, it says right here, student must match the following. The last name is equal to Smith. If I want it to be available to everyone but the person with the last name Smith, I would change the must to must not and hit save and return to course. And now you'll see on module 2, it says right here, not available unless your last name is not Smith. So anyone with the last name that is not Smith would have access to it. There's a number of different ways that you can hide and show content within courses. These are probably the most simple. What I would also recommend is that you learn how to use groupings if that's something that you want to do. But the easiest way to hide and show content is to simply use the edit button and then click on the hide and show tab right there. If you have any questions, please be sure to let me know.